Today, Monday, December 5th, 2016.
From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Savannah Guthrie.
All right, Al, thank you very much. Now our ongoing series, Winning at All Costs. This morning, young athletes hooked on painkillers.
And today's Jenna Bush Hager is here with more on the story. Jenna, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We all know that the abuse of opioids has become an epidemic in our country. I recently sat down with 3 teens whose sports and trades led to dangerous addictions. For John Haskell, football meant everything.
I loved it. I put in 110%.
The game provided life lessons on and off the field for Spencer Copley.
It instills a lot of skills of like brotherhood and what it means to, be a teammate.
And Jess Jennings joined her first swim team at 6 years old.
I love swimming. It was the most fun I've ever had on a team in my life.
All student athletes, now 18, who went from chasing a dream to chasing a high.
My dealer at the time offered up the idea of black tar heroin.
I was nervous to go to practice because I didn't want to let my coach see.
I was kind of at a point where I just wanted to get high, like see how high exactly I could get.
Their love of the game drove them to play hard. At just 15, John had gotten his 4th concussion.
Then when I woke up the next morning, I was kind of not hearing too well, and things were kind of a little blurry. My head was throbbing and really, really hurting. So my mom took me to the doctor.
Do you remember the conversation that you had with the doctor?
I had the CT scan. He asked me some questions. He looked in my ears, checked my hearing, checked my eyes, and next thing I know, I'm at CVS getting Vicodin.
Vicodin, a highly addictive opioid painkiller, like the one Spencer was prescribed.
I was prescribed Percocet. I got hit really hard when I was running the football, and my back was just killing me.
The Percocet did more than just block Spencer's pain.
I liked the feeling that it gave me, not for the relief of the pain, for the mental effect that it brought to me.
Both athletes were soon hooked.
How many prescriptions were written for you?
1 prescription with 3 refills.
When that ran out, what happened?
I had to find a dealer that was going to sell them to me.
Jess was also prescribed Vicodin after shoulder surgery. She says she had used it a few times before, but never in this amount. Once the prescription ran out, she started stealing from her grandmother's medicine cabinet.
I would just take them and replace them with ibuprofen, and she wouldn't even notice.
Jess, John, and Spencer are not alone. In a CDC survey published this year, 1 in 6 students said they had taken prescription painkillers without a prescription.
It's supposed to be for pain relief. Unfortunately, we see all too often the developing brain becoming seduced by this feeling. The release of dopamine in the brain, the feel-good center of the brain.
John was spending upwards of $200 a day on the pills. His parents caught him stealing money.
I think that's what made him realize, I don't have this unlimited funds. I better start finding what I can get high on that's cheap.
The solution? Heroin, a fraction of the price of a prescription painkiller. The son, who had never used drugs before his football injury, was now a full-blown heroin addict.
How did you realize you needed to get help?
There was nothing else really for me. I was 16 years old using heroin. I was pretty much over my life. I was depressed. I wanted to die.
That's when his dad took him to Newport Academy in California, a teen treatment center where Jess and Spencer were also getting help after hitting rock bottom.
I took roughly 45 pills of Vicodin, and I blacked out, and my mom called 911.
Dr. Harold Shinitsky says both doctors and parents need to probe when it comes to pain treatment.
So as a parent, you need to take a more advocating role and ask your provider, why are they going in this route? Why is it automatically an opioid and a painkiller? And the provider needs to ask questions like, is there a family history of addiction?
But John's parents had no idea if there was a family history of addiction. They had adopted John when he was a baby.
We know now what these drugs do.
They say the doctor never warned them about the addictive nature of the drug.
You jump to the conclusion, hey, this is what the doctor prescribed. This is what we're going to take.
Jamison Monroe, founder of Newport Academy, has seen dozens of teens go from athlete to addict with one prescription.
At that age, to introduce such a powerful prescription narcotic drug to their system is only going to have damaging effects. And we know that the younger someone starts using drugs, the more likely they are to develop an addiction.
John knows that one prescription changed his life.
I really was really angry that this had to happen to me. This kind of manifested itself through something that I loved so much and was really everything to me. And through that, I got this addiction.
These teens are now sober and living a full life.
Do you feel like in some ways you're the lucky ones?
I would say if we stick to this path and keep doing what we continue to do what we're doing, that we're definitely the lucky ones.
I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm so grateful for where I am today.
I'm happy. I've got good relationships. I have trust with my family. My parents trust me today. That's good. It's really good.
John is 2 years sober and wants to be a drug counselor. Jess still swims every day and is also 2 years sober. And Spencer is 6 months sober. But really, for parents, ask questions.
Yeah.
These kids are too young to be addicted to this medicine.
And to give a prescription with 3 refills.
Yeah, for a 15-year-old.
Formula for trouble.
I think that's a great report, Jenna. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Dylan.